And I couldn't care less if you're in-boys or common vagabonds. Got that? And frankly, I couldn't care less if your blood is as blue as the sky. A debt is a debt. Got that? And I couldn't care less if you're warriors or enchanted bears. Got that? Is Smitty's in Takeoff. That's a bit out of the way, but he always does such a good job. Folks don't mind going the extra distance. You have to lay each sack on the planks so they don't touch the damp floor and go mouldy. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it? And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, he does, but, truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight, nice and steady, so you don't do your back in. I'll be happy once all the sacks are in the pantry. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout. What's that? To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. Is that clear? Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it. Warriors? Good one. You don't look much like it. But I don't get the feeling you're lying. Never heard of it. It's just I've heard tell he gets up to all sorts of things there. Witchery and the like. What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then. But watch out for him. If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. It don't occur to them they might not come back. Nobody's talking about nothing else. It's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. Crazel? He's a bit of a rogue. Spends all his time in Lower Sameen Mill pretending to mill flour. Young Lord Sameen is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. You look like you're telling the truth. That stuff goes right over my head. I'm just a common village woman. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. You're doing it alone, I see. Your pal ain't used to hard work, I suppose. Why you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready? Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better. Still, that's none of my business. Ambushed envoys, eh? Jesus, there's no end of trouble with them bandits. That's a mean, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth. To get to work. I can't wait to hear this. Go on, impress me. I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only. Radovan, a decent sort. He's got some odd ways and he curses like the devil at times. But there's no finer blacksmith. Come to mention it, he sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for. Rat-tie. Rat-tie. That rings a bell. Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Sameen. The fort in the village belonged to him. The pantry. That's the second door inside the tavern. Old Jan Sameen is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. Well then, be careful. Then get ready. First you gotta carry them sacks for me. So don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem. So you work your debt off. Like I said, over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. No, Von Berghoff ain't got nothing to do with that. Glad to hear it. Oh, why? We'll pay you back when we see you again, which is never. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Noblemen, are you? Lord Muck and Baron Filth? Very droll. In Troskovitz it is. Negotiate what? I can handle the odd quarrel over a bill myself. Starting with you. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work in the fields. How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Semaine is his vassal. You know what they say about millers. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work, so they try their luck elsewhere. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking? But I know this place inside and out. What the hell was that all about? Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Ah, that's another matter then, stinking up my establishment. Or you'll come to a bad end, you jumped-up cur. All right, but don't do it again. I should bloody hope so. I won't have behaviour like that in my tavern. Is that clear? I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope. My word, that's a picture and a half. That's the last time you get away with that. Is that clear? Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too? And how am I supposed to do that? If I don't serve him, someone else will. He's been coming here for so long, everybody knows him. A few dozen groschen. Zlatushka, your man has racked up quite a debt at the alehouse. But that man of yours, I mean, if what they say about him is true, he didn't say anything. Well, I don't want to be the one to tell you. I admire you for sticking with a man like that, and I hope it stays that way. And that's about it, I'd say. And what happens when Sameen goes broke? From what I hear, it won't be long. What about your daughter? Has she found herself a groom too? And what about the wedding guests, eh? And no more fighting. I want this to go smoothly.
Does it matter? I didn't see much anyway. Better ask Wojtek. Does it matter? I hope the pillory taught you a lesson. Down to business. I don't have all day for you. So what do you want? And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls. And from there, you take the path uphill to the left leading into the rocks.
Oh, not at all. What do I know? Do you really enjoy it here? Cooking for Semaine?
If you want to help me out, though, I do know something you could do. No, a guest's a guest and coin's coin, but do you think you could serve them for me? Better to have a fella deal with them. But luckily they haven't shown up since, and I don't have any other work for you at the moment.
He didn't have to. I managed to get it on me own.
There's a group of humans at the table over there, and they want some food, but, well, I don't know. I'm scared of them.
Go and sit down.
Go and hack each other somewhere else.
You know what they say about humans. What if they want revenge and burn down the place at night?
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Lord, what have I done to deserve this?
I'm looking forward to it.
I had a couple humans come in here and get in a brawl with the locals. What the hell did I do that people fight in here all the time? Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. You want some advice? Here's some for free. You want some advice? Here's some. You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist. Could you go over there, serve them, and then get them to leave? I was going to ask you to help me with a bunch of humans, but there's no need for that now.
Why is this all sticky? What have I done to deserve this? What kind of pig was sitting here?
What? You have the nerve to walk in here and ask like you're stupid. Go on then.
Wojtek is still counting his teeth. But it went well enough otherwise. No blood was spilt.
Ask then if you must. Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard, are hungry and have a pile of groschen that I could really use.
I meant well. I know how pretty that girl is. Thing is, as if I was running an inn somewhere in Italy.
There's this conciliatory stone cross there, and the next day it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
I take damn good care that no one takes it from me. Such a rarity. I just hope she won't end up an old maid. It's just, you'd be better off with me.
But the Cumans are still stinking up the place. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat. Bah! They broke a couple of pictures, and Wojtek took a punch in the gob, but nothing else.
If you want to get involved, go and talk to Wojtek, but leave me out of it. But be quick about it. They're starting to make the locals nervous. Wojtek at the next table looks like he's about to pounce on them. It'll be better if I get rid of one bottle.
And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. Aye, birds of a feather. Even in the pillory you were like a pair of turtle doves together. They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly.
Anyone can get mentha perfume, but of the highest quality, so the fragrance lasts.
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far.
Safe for you to crawl back here then, eh? Don't have to get your hands dirty with the brawl, right?
If you'd come earlier, you could have helped me with a group of Cumans that came here to cause trouble.
If you come to my place, I'll tell you Milivaro's recipe. So, when are you going to leave Semaine and come and work for me?
If you ever fight here again, I'll drag you out by the ear myself. Got that?
Your children will be talking about this wedding for years to come.
You'd hazard your soul for a piece of iron? Fool. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell. The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since. Poor woman. You go through Apollonia, along the path, below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream.
I've got other things to do.
Stanislav, the herds boy, he comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia.
Didn't you hear? Go and wash, or I'll pass out from the stench. Mishka could serve at my place, too. Now you want to help, do you? I don't want anything from you. Nothing much, fortunately.
You left me in the shit. If you'd sorted it out, there wouldn't have been any trouble. That's not what I wanted. Mother of God, get out of here and don't come back.
Stop getting in my way. You still ain't washed. Stop wasting my time and go and wash.
Well, Bashka the butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
Well, women compliment me on it. They say I smell classy.
All you bring is bad luck, and now death. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. You madmen! Ambrose, the hermit, sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table? We'll talk later. I don't have time now.
I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose. Would you help me serve them? A brawl, and a big one. Wojtek and a few fellas had an argument with the Cumans, and there was fists flying in every direction. It's all water under the bridge. You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about the stocks anytime soon either, eh? So we're square. Jesus Christ! Now I want them gone even more. So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
You'll manage. One of them speaks our language.
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
You'll find a trough outside. Not now.
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses. A bunch of Cumans came to my tavern and, well, coin is coin, but I'm not exactly thrilled about them being here. Latch in the stable when the horses bolted, lad. No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
You know, a girl without a dowry, she might have a hard time.
This is what I wanted to avoid!
Maybe they'll get along for that very reason. She'll bring him out of himself a little, and he'll tame her a bit. I'm keeping the other one, but I'll give you this one. At least I won't be so tempted to splash it all over me.
Them humans left in a hurry after that. Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. My customers don't fight much, but in Zheleov they love a brawl. Even make wagers on who's going to flatten who.
It must have taken a lot of work to arrange it all. All the food, the drinks, the musicians.
4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest. Beats me. I reckon Sigismund sent them.
Sometimes it even tickles me own nose. And it itches where I put it on. Why is this sticky? Go and wash, you hear?
Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better.
Well, here you have it. Enjoy. Here you go. Enjoy your meal. Here you go. Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back. Jesus Christ, Daddy's wounded. I heard some talk about your captain.
Can't say I blame her. That Yezhek's a drunken sot. And even if he did, Pavlena would probably give him a hiding. But I told you all that before. Aye, that's true. It was a long time ago, but Yakesh still curses Bozhena when he's had too much to drink. I ain't seen her around in a while, though. Why are you looking for her?
Well. You know you still owe me since the wedding. No deal until you pay up. If you want anything, you'll have to pay me back first. Hold on now. That's not enough. You think I don't know how to count? Great. And now, what was it you wanted? Well, are you going to pay me back now? So they took care of her. And have you heard about the Divozhenka of Semain? And it happened now, of all times, when the young Semain is going to get married. You shouldn't go there. A Divozhenka is a wild woman of the forest, an ugly, disfigured creature. But now they say she put a spell on one man and seduced him. A married man. You haven't seen one yet. Sometimes they hurt people. Sometimes they help them. Between the rock tower and Lower Semain ponds. It's said she's got a little shack in the rocks there. The locals would sometimes even go to her for various magical salves and decoctions. The Semain lot did that. They were worried she might put young Lord Semain under a spell. That's her. In the rocks below Semain lived the Divozhenka. It's been a few years since she appeared here, but until now, people have been getting along with her. Have you heard about the Divozhenka of Semain? You can find them deep in the woods or caves, where they make their ointments and gather magic herbs, especially now, because of the wedding.
Do they have money? But don't you dare take anything else, you hear? Well, all right, I'll believe them. The food is in the tavern pantry.
And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Zheleov. I only give you advice out of respect for Radovan. Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. It's nice you're trying, but when someone makes me angry, it takes me a long time to cool down. But don't even think about answering. Otherwise, they'll jump on your back and won't let go until you drop dead from exhaustion. And do you remember how I told you about that Divozhenka of Semain? Well. How did you get in here? What are you doing here? Henry, my boy, what are you doing here? Lady, you say? Don't be ridiculous. It's a kind of a forest man. You can recognize them by their eerie calls. Like I said, never answer their calls. Apart from that, it also helps to put on different shoes or carry a piece of bread. One fella goes fishing on the other side. He says he heard him. He ran like a bat out of hell. I hope so. I'll tell Lord Semain to watch out for you If you cross the Nebukov Pond Dam and go left along the shore, you can't miss it. I hope you don't get into another brawl like you did at my place. Don't worry. I'm just teasing you. Sometimes they also kidnap young girls. Simply put, it's a bastard from hell. Well, they didn't actually see him. They just heard him. By the Nebukov Pond. Remember how I told you about the Divazhinka of Semaine? Now they're claiming they've heard a leshy around here. So you can do something besides brawling? Really? Well, that's boring.
Good. Peace at last. Until you get into trouble again, that is.
And that's the last time I let you play on credit. Sakra! Why did I agree? But you've racked up quite a debt with me, so I'll be expecting you. But you still owe me, so don't go hiding from me. But that doesn't change the fact that you've racked up a huge debt with me. You won't get as much as a warm beer from me until your debt is paid. Oh, all right. Too bad, youngster. Here you go. You owe me too much already. Either go and borrow from someone else, or I'm done with you. No luck again. Bad luck again. You're going to lose again. If I'm going to play with you, you'll have to offer something. Well, I don't know. What if you run off after? To make it worth me while? At least this much. But I won't let you play on credit anymore. You owe me enough as it is. But I won't let you play on credit anymore. You owe me enough as it is. This is the last time, though. You already owe me enough to pay for drinks for the old tavern. At least this much. Either wager something decent, or go and play thrush. Either go and borrow from someone, or forget about it. Either go and borrow from someone, or forget about it. All right. You haven't lost that much yet, so why not? Horseshit, fella. Either bet something or stop bothering me. Although, he doesn't have anything left to wager, does he? It's a pittance. How much, then? Aye, that's right. I won't hold me breath. I'll play once more. But you already owe me a nice pile of silver. With you, eh? Why would I? What's in it for me? Tell me that. First, I want to see you have something to bet. First, I want to see you have something to bet. First, I want to see you've something to bet. First, I want to see you've something to bet. You thought wrong. Then you thought wrong. All right, then, so's you don't complain. But I still want something out of it. Oh, all right. So let's play on credit. I'll pluck you like a chicken. I'll pluck you like a chicken. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. You can play on credit. You can still play on credit. Then why are you even coming to me? Then why are you here if you don't want to play? Bugger off, then. Then you're out to look, lad. Oh, am I supposed to be grateful for that? That's more like it. That sounds better. But a bit of silver doesn't exactly knock me over. Did you come down in the last shower? Not a chance. Well, why wouldn't you?